going on, guys? So I got another Jerome video for you guys, but before we jump into that, I need to let you guys know, are you getting my videos in your sub boxes? Or are you being notified that you're getting videos? Because I have been informed that some of you guys have not been knowing when I upload. So just want to let you guys know, make sure you're subscribed to this channel if you're not already. And if you're not getting notified of when I upload, make sure you get the notifications. Turn those things on. If you're on your phone, it's that little bell that's on my channel. Or if you're on your desktop, you can go ahead and go to this little thing and just make sure you hit the notify thing. And bada bing, bada boom, you'll get notified every time I upload a video. So I just wanted to talk about that because it seems like some of you guys aren't getting my video, so I might actually be getting screwed by that YouTube glitch all the big people are talking about as well. Anyways, let's go ahead and talk about the real shit, and that is Jerome. So some of you guys sent me a photo last night that makes this whole Jerome Joker thing blow the fuck out of the water, because it's this image right here of Jerome's face being stapled onto his head. And if you guys know anything about the Joker or the New 52 Batman, you know that Joker cuts off his face and just is like the craziest motherfucker ever in that series. And he looks horrendous in that thing, but he looks so terrifying that you're just like, damn, that's crazy. So, what the hell is Gotham gonna do? So we know a few things, okay? It's rumored that this next 3 episodes of Gotham, when it comes back in January, is gonna be the Jerome arc, and it's gonna be him coming back. Now, I don't think he's gonna show up until maybe episode 14, or maybe at the end of episode 13. A lot of you have been sending me photos like, Jerome's gonna be on episode 12, because he's credited in like the IMDb or like other websites. He's credited as being in episode 12. Don't forget that they're showing his face on the video, and he's constantly gonna be in that scene where his audience is like, oh yeah, it's Jerome. So I believe he has to get a credit in Hollywood for that, because his face is actually in the episode. So I think that's why he might be credited. Don't take that as like for sure 100% that Jerome's gonna be in episode 12. I think he's gonna show sorry, I got something in my throat. I think Jerome's gonna be in episode 14. Or like I said, at the end of episode 13. But, okay, other things that we have heard is that when he becomes the Joker, or in this season, Jerome is going to kill somebody that is a well-known character. Now, that could be anybody, to be honest, because there have been a few people that have been on the show forever. We know it's not gonna be Penguin, it won't be Riddler, it won't be Gordon, I doubt it'll be Bullock, it's not gonna be Alfred, it's not gonna be Bruce, it's not gonna be Selena. So there's a lot of people. He could kill Butch. I don't think it's gonna be Butch. He could kill Fish Mooney. I don't think it's gonna be Fish Mooney. Like, I think the one person he could kill would be Tabitha. And I know some of you mentioned that in the comments, but I do really believe he could kill Tabitha, because there is a link to the reason why he died through Tabitha. And also, depending on how much Jerome remembers, because we don't know that yet. We don't know if Jerome is going to actually have his memory, or if he's going to, be a totally new person that Hugo Strange created. We have not figured that out yet, and we won't know until this 3-episode arc, more than likely. But I'm going to assume that he's gonna have his memories, or maybe he won't. I don't really know what's gonna happen. But if you do remember when Theo Gallivan didn't have his memory, because they created the Azrael persona, his mind actually started remembering old things, and that's why he was like sister and blah blah. So we know that you can still remember your old memories after you died when you come back here in this Gotham universe. So it's very possible that maybe he did get a new personality, but he's gonna go ahead and start remembering those old things. Maybe the only thing he remembers is the carnival and the clowns and all the reasons why he doesn't like clowns or whatever, and that is why he becomes a clown. It's like super meta or whatever. But I think that's something that could possibly happen if he doesn't remember his memories. But, and that could be the storyline they're gonna go with, and that's maybe why he's gonna see his face. Maybe he's gonna watch the video, maybe he's gonna be one of his own followers and be like, that's me, and then he's gonna wanna change his face not to remember that person anymore, and that's why he cuts it off. I don't really know, there's just so many things we can talk about, but I wanted to talk about the possibility of that killing thing before we get into the hardcore, like, why he would cut his face off thing. I just think the Tabitha thing works, because if he does remember his memories, or if he doesn't, he could remember them, but her brother was the person that killed him, so he's gonna want to get revenge on that. Tabitha's been here for 2 seasons, they've been building her up, but I think he could kill her if he is gonna kill a well-known character on this channel because she has ties to Theo Gallivan. Theo Gallivan is the dude that put the knife in Jerome's neck, and it could just be like a revenge thing, and he could be like, well, if he's not here, you're the next best thing. And then death. Now let's go ahead and just talk about this cutting of the face off, because if you guys want to know, it's from Death in the Family right here. You can pick up this. It's volume 3 of the Snyder freaking Batman saga. But you totally check that out. I think actually it's probably best if you just read everything, because I know there's a comic, I forget what issue it is exactly, where it literally shows why he gets his face cut off. I don't think this comic literally shows that part. I could be wrong, I have to read it, but there is a lot of the Joker in this because it's called Death in the Family, and it's where his basically endgame plan starts. Okay, so the Joker cutting of the face off thing was huge, like when Snyder did it. Like, it was just huge, and everybody was like, what the hell? Because it was, I think, the scariest Joker has ever been, and that's saying something when it's the motherfucking Joker. The Joker has done some of the craziest things ever in comics, and remember, he's just an insane lunatic, but it's just like, it's insane, and just to see that Gotham is doing this is really getting me pumped. That I can't believe they're gonna go with the storyline, to be honest. Like, it's insane. I thought it was something that they would save for the movies, but Gotham was like, fuck you, DCEU, we're doing it first. I will say this, although I am getting excited for this storyline to see what is going to happen with Jerome and this cut off face, I am a little disappointed that we're pretty much not going to get any of the Red Hood storyline from him unless because there would be no point in him becoming the Joker and then going to be a part of the Red Hood gang. Like, that wouldn't make any sense. I mean, they could do it. He could still try to take over the Red Hood gang, but that won't really matter. I guess they're going to keep those two origins separate, but I would have really, really liked to see Jerome become part of the Red Hood gang or take it over and then become the Joker, because now they're just making him Joker in Season 3 when we could have had it in Season 4, maybe Season 5, and really stretched out this show and slowly got it closer and closer to Batman. But now that the Joker is going to be here in Season 3, freaking Bruce is not going to be able to be Batman for at least another 5 years because he's just not there yet. He's not going to, his body's not going to look that way. He needs to get older. I just wish, it's going to suck that we're going to have Joker this soon when Gotham, please, let's just save some other storylines and hire me, bro. Hire me. I'm telling you, I had this thing planned out. Could have stretched it out for a while. It would have been solid. Your fans would have been great. But no, you got to do this so quick, and you're doing the freaking face cut off storyline. Like, come on. I digress. But you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying, right, guys? Like, we're going to get Joker so early, and the thought of our Batman showing up to combat him is gonna be non-existent. And like, that's the one thing I was kind of hoping about, that they were gonna stretch this out slowly. But with these new photos, we've seen the smile, we've seen the other kind of like skin texture thing, and now we're seeing the staples in him to get his face cut off. We're gonna get the full-blown Joker. Now, maybe he won't have his name Joker. I don't know how he's gonna get that. But this is going to be interesting to see what happens with this, because it's hardcore Joker stuff, guys. Like, I don't know what else they're going to be doing, and I don't know, it's exciting, but at the same time, a little bit worrisome, because it's like Gotham is just throwing all their cards on the table right now, because how are you going to get him to go away? Like, you know what I mean? Like, where is the Joker going to go every time you want to end one of his stories? Because, like, I mean, he's like the biggest character in Gotham, so why would you, you know, like, what are they going to do every season with him? I don't think you can have the Joker as often as you have Penguin or Enigma, because Penguin or Enigma are doing very normal things. Joker doesn't operate on normal. It's always like go big or go home with them. So I'm going to be really interested to see what they're going to do with this. And like I said, they're going full-blown crazy here, and I like that because that is very Joker. But to cut off his face and to do that storyline, it's going to be pretty nuts. Like, and I want to know why he's going to cut his face off. And does that mean we're going to get Dollmaker back? Is Dollmaker going to show up from the island he was on with Fish Mooney and be the person to cut Jerome's face off? Because we don't know if that one guy lived, that Barnes threw out the freaking building. He was the one that was cutting people's faces off. I'm pretty sure he's going to need a while to recover, and he's not going to be able to fix up Jerome. So, are we going to have Dollmaker come back and actually cut off Jerome's face? Or are they just gonna have Jerome cut his own face off because he's gangster like that? It's possible that Jerome actually already had his face cut off by that guy and he is in this staple form right now because maybe he was one of his earlier customers before that dude got thrown out of a building. And then what we see of Jerome, because remember, we see the circus act and we see all that stuff, maybe we're gonna get a bunch of flashbacks. Maybe Jerome shows up as the Joker and then, you know, we're gonna find out how he became the Joker over the course of the rest of the season. It's gonna be flashbacks, and maybe that's why he doesn't remember his memory, because he fell into Ace chemicals. I don't really know. And then there's some other photos online right now that are saying that they're filming at a chemical type location. So maybe that's how he's gonna get his face and all of that. There's a lot of things, so maybe they are sticking to the origin, just not the Red Hood part. It's gonna be really interesting to see, because remember, Butch is the one that brought back the Red Hood, so there's not a working Red Hood gang right now. So I'm really interested to see what's gonna happen, and how he's gonna become the Joker, and why he's gonna get his face cut off, because we saw the guy that can cut faces off, they already did that, and I mean, Jerome would have had to visit him before, unless he's still alive, which I don't think he's still alive, because he got thrown out of a freaking building. But yeah, I want to know, what do you guys think about this whole thing? I'm gonna say that we might see Jerome flashbacks, and we might just get full-blown Joker episode 14 possibly, and then we're gonna see flashbacks of how he became that. I don't know. It's gonna be, I got the burps, it's gonna be crazy. But I want to know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. Guys and gals, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with all your Jerome buddies. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for all things nerdy and geeky on this channel. As always, I'm your host, JUICEbox. Remember, when you wake up in the morning, ask yourself something. Have I had my daily dose of juice? See you guys next time. Bye!